Thanks for the feedback.
Right out of the box. There we go. All right.
So I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad all of you are here. A lot of you are friends and family from around. I really appreciate your support. And so you're here to see me sing songs and succeed, and hopefully that's what you will see.
In that order.
Yes. So this first song was inspired by a few years ago. I was at church summer camp, and I was eating lunch at a picnic table with several fellows my age. And just to make conversation, one of them said, "What's the most amazing thing you've ever seen?" And one says Grand Canyon, and one says Great Pyramid, and another one says Birth of a Child. And when it gets around to me, I say, that's easy. The most amazing thing I've ever seen are my wife's eyes.
And she wasn't even there when you said it, so it's very true.
Funny you should mention that, because one of the dudes at the table said, "Scott, you need to save that shit for when your wife is standing next to you and can appreciate the compliment." I said, "Point taken. I will put it in a song." This is called Aurora's Eyes. Four men at the corner bar with one bottle of Jim Beam asked, "What's the most amazing thing that you have ever seen?" Jerome said, "Machu Picchu of the mighty Inca tribe." Davy said, "My daughter's birth was too much to describe." Grand Canyon is spectacular, Greg said after a while. "I've seen a sight that tops them all," I told them with a smile. "I've seen palaces of London and the castles up in Wales, the falls of the Niagara and the Appalachian trails. I've seen giggling of children and the wag of puppies' tails, but the shining in Aurora's eyes is light that never fails. I've seen rainbows in Hawaii and a mountaintop sunrise, the courage of Mandela and tyranny's demise, the temples of the ancients, but I've got to tell you guys, none are like the shining of my dear Aurora's eyes. She has sultriness of mermaids, the pride of royal daughters, the gentleness of wading pools, the strength of stormy waters, the passion of a rebel and the confidence of truth, the wisdom of a prophet and the insight of a sleuth. She reads the rules like Moses and forgives like Jesus would. She doesn't follow either one, love tells her what is good. I've seen palaces of London and castles up in Wales, the falls of the Niagara and the Appalachian trails. I've seen giggling of children and the wag of puppies' tails, but the shining in Aurora's eyes is light that never fails. Davy said Aurora sounds so fine in every feature, so high up on a pedestal, a dude like you can't reach her. Aurora makes me better, yes, Aurora lifts me high. She levitates my spirit and together we can fly. Greg bought another round of drinks, I said good night you guys. The spirit I am yearning for is in Aurora's eyes. I've seen rainbows in Hawaii and a mountaintop sunrise, the courage of Mandela and tyranny's demise, the temples of the ancients, but I've got to tell you guys, none are like the shining of my dear Aurora's eyes. None are like the shining of my dear Aurora's eyes. None are like the shining of my dear Aurora's eyes.